Shuffle fans, I'm Ashley Albert.
And I'm Jonathan Schnapp.
And we're coming to you from pretty close to the Royal Palm Shuffleboard Club.
Very close to the Royal Palm is where we're coming to you from.
And we have another edition of the Royal Ruckus Shuffleboard Showdown here on Shuffio.
That's right. It's the semifinals, everybody. We've got Sam Dewey versus Paulie Cogs to see who goes to the finals of the Royal Ruckus Shuffleboard Showdown.
You may remember that Paulie Cogs took down Spicy Boy in the first round.
That's right, and we had it was Dave Berman who succumbed to the powers of Sam Dewey.
Yes, he did. He did not do the Dewey.
He did.
What's the Mountain Dew phrase? Do the Dew.
Do the Dewey. Right. All right, let's go down to Sam Dewey with and Ashley Albert with a little pregame questions.
Hi, Sam. So, okay, today's the day. You're going to meet up with Paulie Cogs, huh?
Let's do this. I'm glad to be back. I'm ready for some shuffleboard. Let's go.
In the last game with Spicy, Paulie played a great kitchen game. Do you think that's going to affect your strategy at all today?
Yeah, the soup man. Paulie Cogs, the soup man. I'm not going to give him many opportunities. I'm not going to play the board unless I am down and need to gain points. I'm gonna play my game and try to minimize my mistakes. And if he puts me in the kitchen, it's gonna take a great shot or I guess a mistake on my end. But I'm ready for it.
Okay, Sam. Great luck out there today.
We'll see. I believe.
Okay, we're gonna go check in with Paulie Cogs hanging out in the back office of the Royal Palms. Take it away, Jonathan.
Hey, Paul. How's it feel to be taking on Sam Dewey today?
Feels good to have made it this far. I will say that I know this cat's a good player. I think that he probably plays a lot more than I do, like historically, anyways. And I haven't played him many times, so I think I have my work cut out for me. But it should be a good matchup. I'm ready for it.
So, in your last match against the Spicy Boy, you put him in the kitchen a bunch. Are you planning to do that again to Sam today?
I mean, I hope that I can keep pulling those things out of my my satchel. But I keep saying, like, that's no sustainable way to play winning shuffleboard. I wish that I could have that speed, about me at all times. But I think I'm gonna have to be more strategic and kind of focused on classic styles of shuffleboard to beat this guy coming up.
So, Paul, I know you've got the keys to the club. Have you been sneaking into practice when nobody else can get in there?
I come to water the plants 5 to 7 days a week when the plants only need watering once a week, if you know what I'm talking about. So, Sam Dewey, good luck, pal. Good luck.
It looks like the players are just taking the last of their practice shots right now, and then we'll be ready to start. This is, as I said, for the honor of playing in the finals of the very first Royal Ruckus Shuffleboard Showdown. The winner of this is going to play against the winner of
Emily Els and Buddy.
And Buddy, yeah.
So how many matches have we had so far? 4.
We've had 4. This is the 5th. Yeah, here we go. And there's
the traditional elbow bump. Sam's up first.
Sam Dewey sporting the Earl Ball shirt. Earl Ball, perhaps the best shuffleboard player alive right now, and Sam Dewey's hoping to channel a little bit of that Earl magic.
Sure.
Puts up it's interesting. That's as the first shot of the match. That works kind of for both of them, doesn't it?
Let's see what Paul's just going to knock that out, but accidentally. Oh well, he gives himself a little bit of a
gives himself a nice St. Pete. Yeah, I think Sam's got to clear that. Let's see what he's got here. Looks like he's clearing also. Yep, that's a smart move.
Sure. Now, both of these guys are solid players. Sam gets a lot more practice than Paul. Paul is one of the Royal Palms Chicago managers. Sam is the, what team is he on? What's the name of his team?
Don't ask me team names.
Oh, no. We know this.
We know
the
this.
answer to this question.
He's on a very, very good league team.
An excellent team. And also...
And look at that. He
proves it right there, yeah.
Yeah, used that in between Tampa, St.
St.
Pete, and managed to hide in the 8 right there.
Yep, went right up Suicide Alley and just took that hide.
Paulie knows he made a mistake. He's going to try to get to it here. If I remember right, though, the drift of this court's going against him, so he's going to have a hard time getting to that. We'll see if he's got it. One thing that Paul does very, very well, though, he's a shot maker. Oh, that's interesting. If he would have had a little more speed on it, he would have had it, but the 10 might be better.
But this isn't a bad thing either, yeah.
Sam's going to have a hard time getting that out because of the drift. Remember, the court goes towards Paul's side, what I mean? So it drifts that way. So, Sam's going to need to make a perfect shot to get that 10 out. Let's see what he's got. Oh, he got it.
Did it.
Very, very nice.
Really nice.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, this calls for an instant replay. Pew, pew,
Pew,
pew.
pew, 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 pew. Instant replay, yeah. It was a really nice shot, totally. And here's Paul. Looks like he's just going to try to score.
Yep, sure.
Score to the other side of the court. That's a smart move, right?
Yep, even it up.
Yeah, the truth is he would have a hard time replacing that, and he knows it. So if it's easier to score to the other side of the court, then...
sometimes you just want to minimize the damage.
That's right. You minimize the damage, exactly. All right, Paulie Cogs up first now, and putting up, a better St. Pete, something that Sam can't hide behind.
Sam's just going to knock that out.
Sam's going to try to clear. Sam's got a good clearing game, doesn't he?
Well, you know what I say.
I do know what you say.
Can't win if you can't clear.
Interesting. It looks like
Paul was trying to put up a St. Pete and accidentally made an 8.
Yeah, well, let's see if Sam's got some kitchen magic here. You can see that he's trying to focus in on it, trying to do it. Let's see what he's got. A little hard, but better
It's
too
still
hard than too soft.
And it's still early in the game. These guys are still figuring out the speed of the court.
Yep. Maybe we should just talk a little bit about the speed of the shuffleboard courts at the Royal Palms.
Maybe we should.
Very different than the speed of the courts in what you might see at Lakeside. Ooh, all right, no score there. Or in St. Pete or traditional shuffleboard courts. These are about a 3-second court. Do you want to explain how we measure the speed of these courts?
I think you should explain it. It's kitchen to kitchen.
Exactly, it's kitchen to kitchen, right? So if you were to shoot a disc from the kitchen and land it in the kitchen, that and the length of time that takes is the speed of the court. So, in fact, if that took a longer amount of time...
It would be a slow court.
It would be a faster court.
It would be a faster court.
Right? Because you'd shoot
it
it
took
and then
longer,
you'd wait.
Right, exactly.
Right? And
right.
You often see courts in Florida in the neighborhood of 8-second courts, 9-second courts, 7-second courts.
And in Arizona, in the West, they're actually even faster. They use a diamond finish, which is almost like a marble on some of their courts. And do you know what the speed is on those?
Yeah, often you'll see 20-second courts in Arizona, California.
You can't possibly hit it light enough.
Yeah.
You just breathe on it, and then you watch it for 20 seconds.
Yeah.
As it goes down the court. That's a fast court.
It looks like that 7's not in. So I imagine that Sam here's just going to try to score his hammer just in front of that. And
he does. Takes a 10.
The 10. Really, really nice hammer. Yeah. Instant replay on that. Just
sure, slides right in.
See how quickly it stopped though, and that's an indication of not playing with beads. So the courts at the Royal Palms are pretty significantly different than what you'd see at other places. But it's a style of play that our players have gotten used to and have become really, really good at.
And then when we go down and play at like the Can-Am and the St. Pete tournaments, they've got to go a few days early so that they can recalibrate to a faster court. They put silicone covered glass beads on the court, and it makes the disc slide right over them. Some people have them embedded in the courts themselves, which we looked into doing at the Royal Palms, but I just didn't like the way they looked. I didn't like the look of them.
Okay. We also thought maybe beer would spill in there.
That was another reason, yes. But also, they just looked a little mottled, like tapioca pudding. It's not for me.
Delicious.
It is delicious, but not on the court.
Sam's going to try to hide behind this. Let's see if he's got it. Made it. Beautiful. Yep.
If you don't get that, no? Paul
maybe
come right in there.
The court does go that way, but it's going to take a great shot. I mean, at the very least, it's a psychological barrier, and sometimes that's enough. You know what I mean, to throw you off. Let's see if so.
Paul's
he got
cool as
it.
a cucumber, though. Oh, and he makes the shot, too.
Yep, and throws up the very, very high 7 too. You see that? He got right by it.
Just
very
boinked
nice,
it.
and was able he boinked it.
He boinked it.
And was able to curl just a little bit in to score a really high 7. Basically, to take away Sam's hammer to here. Like, Sam's going to have a real hard time scoring this because it's so high.
Right. He can knock it out, but he'll land on the line. It won't do him any good.
Yeah. I mean,
He
I think you got to either shoot
try
for the
to
kitchen here.
it, yeah.
And he
does
get it?
it.
He got it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Brutal.
See?
Brutal.
Look at that. Little jig.
Little jig from
Wow.
Sam Dewey.
I think he might have learned something playing with
the
Dave
Dewey
Berman the other
dance.
day.
The Dewey dance. That's a new one.
Who doesn't like the Dewey
Wow,
dance?
the Dewey dance is not something we see often from Sam Dewey. That's exciting.
That was exciting, yeah. And a beautiful shot, right? He
And
knew that he wasn't
knew-
going to be able to score it, so the only way to score
yeah.
that was to
He really
put Paul in the kitchen.
maximized. He maximized his what his options were, which was what you want to do.
Paul's got a really nice feeling for curling, for hitting out those pilots and creating pilots of his own here,
Yeah.
and making Sam clear rather than put up more
Get into
pilots.
trouble. There's
Now-
something about Paul's look today that's sort of surgical.
I think it might be the gloves.
I think it's gloves and the mask, but there's something very surgical.
Well, his
Paging
game-
Dr. Cogs.
Paging Dr. Cogs. All right, see now Sam. Look at this. We got Sam clearing now. Without the hammer.
Yeah.
This is a very interesting that 6 disc. When you've got the hammer, very often people just push off.
Because they're not going to give him anything to aim for.
Well, yeah, and they know they want to score their hammer, but
Right.
here we've got See,
He
isn't that
just
interesting?
cleared it. He cleared the whole thing for him.
He's up 20 points. He's not interested in trying to do anything too fancy here.
Right.
And
He's just going to make him
Paul score his hammer.
And he does.
But
Slow and steady. It's going to, we're going into we're in the 4th match here.
4th frame.
4th frame.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
But I think what you see out of, it was a very smart play out of Sam there, not trying to kitchen that deep 7 and take that bait. Instead,
Right.
he knows he's up 20. Even if Paul scores his hammer, he's still going to be up a score and a half. And he says, "Hey, I'm just going to ride this out right now." Paul's got one more hammer, and then Sam's got 2 in a row. So I
it's
think
just
what
might as
Sam
well
is
just
thinking.
keep him from scoring, keep him from putting him in the kitchen,
Yeah.
and then come in at the end and really.
This is interesting. So he's going to try to hide here. A little scary, but he looks like he got it. See that? And there's
Did he?
He got it. I think he got
Wow.
it. That's a perfect example of the drift of the court, right? It didn't look like he was going to get there.
And it just
slid
like
right
that
in
way.
for him, just the slightest
Yeah.
little bit. And now it looks as if it looks like Paul's going to try to go for this. And he can use the drift of the court. I think he might have this shot, actually.
With his kind of surgical precision.
Let's see if he's got it. Yep. Look
Paging
at that.
Dr. Cogs.
Paging Dr. Cogs. All right, well, no reason not to try for that shot again, If Sam can hit it once, he can hit it again. The other
Doesn't
thing,
he kind of risk giving Paul a little nip here?
he does, but I think that there's also, there's a lot of ways to go here. If he wanted to, he could block up Paul's side of the
Go
board.
a little bit deeper, try to get a little bit more of that drift.
Yeah, see, he's going over there. He keeps looking on the other side of the board. But the other thing he could do here is try to kitchen Paul and curl into that 7 behind the pilot.
Which is,
Yeah, almost. Didn't get the speed. Didn't get the line exactly right. And now I think down 13 points, Paul's going to
just
go for
gotta
a
give
kitchen
him-
shot.
Oh, wow.
I think he's going to go for this kitchen shot. Yeah, there's the speed. Could have it.
Oh, just missed it.
And I can't tell if it's in or not. He's going to take a
He's
look
going
at
to
it.
look. It looks like it is not. Oh, it's
Good
good.
7.
Good
Good
7. Wow, that's rough.
Yeah, that's trouble for Paul. I suppose he had to go for it, but you can't come up short on that. You need to keep that kitchen speed plus is the idea, and Sam's going to block beautifully.
Yeah. And
Beautiful block.
And now Paul's limited where he can go here for his hammer.
Yeah, I don't know what he's
I
going
don't
for
know
here.
either. I guess maybe he
think
goes
he's-
up Suicide Alley.
Yeah, he's got to go down that way. I
try
think, and just
to double.
I don't think the double's even there, though.
You don't think he can get to it?
No, because remember that drift is going to
it's
continue
going the wrong way.
go the wrong way on it. He's looking for something that's not there. He just keeps looking and looking, going to different sides to shoot from, going to the 1, going to the 4 spot.
Let's see.
He's looking at the scoreboard. He
Trusting
knows.
your silent captain. He's trying to figure it out.
We like that, but I don't know that there's an answer for this.
He's just going straight down. He's going to try to thread it in, and he doesn't get there.
Yeah. 7 on Paul's hammer is a backbreaker. Right. Now we're back at a 20-point lead, and
Sam's got the next 2 hammers.
So Paul knows he's in trouble here.
This calls for slow motion.
Yeah, there it is, 25-5. And
I mean, there's no Dewey dance at this point because.
Well, let's see if Paul does the right thing. So Paul's doing the right thing here. He knows he's behind. He's going on the board. He's hoping to make some things happen.
No longer doing a clearing game. He's got to get on the board. He's got to play offense.
Right.
Sam's just going to try to clear. He's going to
stay
try
away
to
from him.
Get him off the board. Don't give him a chance to score at all.
Mm-hmm. And he doesn't want to give Paul a chance to bump here either. So he's going to be pushing hard.
Clear.
Yep, there it is. Very nice clearing. Particularly difficult to clear on our courts also. If you think about the way that a slow court behaves, it's not easy to clear.
Yeah.
Very often, you got to really, you got to push, and this is...
And there have been games that have absolutely been lost by sticking.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And it makes it very much a young man's game on a Royal Palms court, right?
Yeah, you got to have some gusto.
You got to really be able to push. And you look at these 2 guys, and they are...
young men.
They are young, muscular specimens, I would say. I mean, who wouldn't say that about these?
Specimens.
Who wouldn't say that these boys aren't some specimens?
It's true. They're the heartthrobs. They're heartthrobs.
They are. They are heartthrobs, and they can push.
They would be on like the beginning pages of the calendar.
Look at this, 28-point lead now. He scores the 8 beautifully on his hammer.
Is that 8 good?
Paul's 8 wasn't good.
Was not good.
Yeah. Oh, did you see that nice little Royal Palms transition there?
Oh, I was great. It was so seamless. I didn't even notice it.
It was a beautiful spinny thing. Nice clearing. While we're talking about transitions, can we give up a little bit of beautiful credit to delicious credit to Trevo King and Teddy Waffles?
Oh yeah, the Shuffio team, our producers over at Shuffio.
Yeah.
We can't say enough about them. They are professional.
Yeah, they're the
pleasure to work with.
Yeah, no, it's
talent to spare.
As we go through our quarantine sort of time here, and unfortunately aren't able to have our normal program at the Royal Palms, getting to do this with the Shuffio team.
It's a gift, yeah.
Is really, really special. So we want to just give another thank you to them.
And we'll mention this at the end, but don't forget to subscribe below.
Yeah, definitely. I love that. Do you see that? Sam was not interested in trying to kitchen it, wasn't worried about sticking it.
Get rid of it.
The speed on that shot was so appropriate, and I think a lesser player would have seen that beautiful 8 just sitting there and be like, I'm going to try to kitchen that.
Right.
But
he didn't take the bait.
He knows that he's up.
He's up. Just pushing through.
He's pushing through now on the final frame, not giving Paul anything. He's saying, hey, I'm locking this in. This game's over.
Exactly.
And that's a really smart player that you've got there. We mentioned it, I think, on the last broadcast, but Sam's also a pretty darn good poker player.
Oh, did we mention this?
I think that we did. We might have mentioned
Sam
it.
also new puppy owner.
That's true.
He's a poker player and a puppy owner.
Yeah, maybe the Shuffio boys can get a picture of that puppy.
Oh, that puppy is really cute. He was deciding whether or not he was going to keep the puppy. It was a real touch and go for a while there.
Because it was a foster.
And he was just like, can I really take on this responsibility with this burgeoning shuffleboard career, traveling the world, playing shuffleboard? Can he really take it on? And I'm so glad he did.
Heartthrob with a heartthrob.
Heartthrob with a heartthrob.
It looks like he's clearing now. Oh, he missed one.
Missed it.
I really think it's okay. I think it's as good a time for a whiff as you can possibly get. Even when Sam whiffs, he does it beautifully.
Will he just drop a cherry? Oh, misses it.
All right, so that's the end of game one, and Sam took that one pretty easily. In the end, it really seemed like it was the original kitchen shot that Sam hit on his hammer.
That he just never came back from.
It was a combination of that and the one that Paulie left in like where he tried to kitchen him and put him in the 7. That was the 17 points that really was the difference
sunk
here.
him.
Yeah, those two frames were enough to sink Paulie Cogs in the first game.
And now we're switching it up.
Yep, we'll play the other side.
We'll play the other side. Another elbow bump from Dr. Cogs and Heartthrob Dewey.
Hey, Heartthrob
Dewey.
Dr. Cogs.
Oh, Dr. Cogs it's implied.
Okay, good.
It's like McDreamy.
McDreamy.
McDewey.
He's got a PhD in throb.
No.
Heartthrob.
I know, but there's something about just throb on its own that doesn't work.
Well, one thing that Paul's got going for him here, and don't forget, Paul is moving to the good side of the court here. So in some sort of way, Sam really just held serve. He did what he needed to do on the good side of the court,
right.
And now Paul's going to use this drift. So Sam really needs to be able to clear here and score, and it's not an easy job. He's thinking about. He's not. He's too smart to try to sort of hide behind that. He's still clearing. Yep, and beautiful clearing. If you notice, he's clearing to the same side too. I believe. You know what I mean? Where his disc goes off one way and Paul's disc goes off the other way.
And you think he's doing it the exact same way each time?
Yeah, and he's clearing towards the drift. If you notice, so in a situation like this where you've got the drift going one way, you can shoot straight at it and you let the drift take it to the side, so both of these go off the court. And
all right, let's see if you're right. That seems advanced.
Look at this. Wow. You play the board with Sam Dewey.
The Dewey.
Yeah, and beautifully hidden as well. Just puts Paul on the defensive in the very first frame. That one's not in, I don't think. I think he said
just said one.
One, so I imagine.
Yeah, just the kitchen shot.
Just the kitchen shot. He might be able to see it on the other side of it here to get that out.
I don't know.
It's a rough. I mean, gosh, he doesn't know what to do. Look at this.
I don't know what you do.
That is just like getting a punch in the mouth on the very first shot of the game, or first frame of the game.
Did you just knock that 10? Try to do some kind of a miracle move?
I think he's going for the clear.
Oh no!
Oh, a little more speedy would have had it.
I knew that.
You with the hate to see it. I know you've started a trend. Everybody loves it. You hate to see it. And now Sam scores to the other side here. He's gonna look at this. Wow, 18 points in the very first frame after winning after winning in the first game like that, and you go on to the rough side of the court and drop an 18-point first frame.
Oh, there it is. Wow,
isn't that nice?
That.
See, this time you noticed it. It's nice,
something.
Right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Shuffio, not messing around.
No, it's pretty great.
Okay, Dr. Cogs has got to pull it together here.
There it is again, though. He's doing these pretty great clear and rolls. You know what I mean? And putting up St. Pete's of his own. And
given Sam needs to clear something or do something with it, but he can't just leave it.
Look at this beautiful clearing on Sam's part, though. Man, pretty nice. Now, is Paul gonna put up pilots here or go on? See, that's smart.
On.
See, Paul's being smart here. He knows he's down 18, so he's gonna go on the board and he's gonna hope that Sam sticks one and gives him a chance to put him in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Sam, I imagine, was gonna shoot hard here. No, it looks like he's going for a kitchen shot. He got a little greedy there. Yeah. Well, this is Paul's chance. Yeah, he really needs this shot. Let's see if he's got it. A little hard, it feels like. Well, he rolled it.
Okay.
What's good about that though is it's high enough that Sam's gonna have a hard time sticking, and he's gonna allow
Paul to
at
least steal the hammer.
Well, no, it's Paul's hammer.
Oh, Paul has a hammer.
Oh God, did he get it again? No. Interesting.
Wow, that would have been a real roughie.
So this could be the shot, right?
I mean, he's gonna try for it.
Yeah, he's gonna try to stick the 8 and see if he can get 18. Oh,
Ooh, a little fast. What?
What?
Did he think he was in the kitchen? Well,
Huh?
was he in the kitchen?
I'm not sure what happened with that. Maybe
I think he thought he was in the kitchen.
maybe he was in the kitchen. We just didn't quite know it.
They didn't go check.
I guess he was in the kitchen. Wow. Well,
Wow.
that's a killer right there. I mean, I don't know
how do
you
you come back from that?
28 points. Wow. I don't know what to say. I didn't see that as a kitchen shot. I didn't know
I
that
didn't
was in
know.
the kitchen
Yeah.
if it was. And now Paul's got to go on the board and just hope for a miracle. Sam's going to blast.
Right. He's got to kitchen him. He's got to score. He's got to work everything he's got in his
See that? Look how
toolbox.
beautiful that is. Each time just flies right off the court. Sam doesn't seem to stick one. And now Paul's going for he's trying to kitchen St. Pete's.
Just anything. Just
Yeah.
trying to.
I mean,
now
it's
he's on tilt.
worth a shot. I mean, I guess. I've seen him do it before. I mean, in that game versus Spicy, he was just
couldn't. Yeah, he
Couldn't miss.
Couldn't miss.
Now,
and that's how it works with shuffleboard.
this is interesting. It looked like he was trying to hide there. Not sure about that as a strategy, but I think he was careful enough with it, that he was like, I'm going to get it all the way back there. I'm not going to come up long and kitchen myself.
Right, or give him a chance to kitchen me.
Huh. He's crowding up the board a little something now, so I think Sam's got to. Yeah, Sam's blasting
some
now.
clearing.
Look at that, gorgeous. And now Paul's just got to hit a
10.
or an 8. He's got
Gotta
to
hit
score
something.
something. He's got to score here. I mean, if he wants to be in this game, he's got to score.
Let's see it. Yes,
yeah?
I think he's got it.
Think you got it? He needs it.
He really needs it. Are we going to be able to get in there?
Well, we'll know soon. Yeah, he got it.
Oh,
he got
great.
it. Yeah. All right. Well, that tightens it up, doesn't it? It's like a score and a half. Those 10s.
He's back in it.
Yeah. So he's still down 18, but there's still 5 frames to go.
Yeah.
If you can manage to steal a hammer and score on Sam's hammer here, but Sam is just clearing so beautifully that I don't know how you do it even.
And the thing with those 10s, I mean, from what I understand, you really only go for them when you really, really need them because they are a sucker bet. They're much smaller surface area than the 8s and the 7s. But he needed it and he pulled it out.
Yeah. I mean, Paul's, I don't know what you do when Sam's shooting like this. And that's the thing about somebody who's a good clearer like this. When you're down to a good clearer, it just feels like there's nothing you can do.
Right. He's just
Here
going to
it is. There's
knock
the
it off.
3
You can
clears.
put it on, he's going to knock you off.
And then Paul hopefully is able to shoot a high 8, but it's a
Not
deep
high
8.
enough, yeah.
And Sam's gonna,
Steal it.
well, not even steal it. He's just gonna take it and go relatively hard here. He's not gonna worry about the kitchen. He's gonna make sure he's got enough speed on it, and he's gonna try to stick it. Oh,
Almost tried
see,
again.
what I love about the shot is that it's kitchen speed plus, and the idea of kitchen speed plus is that if you don't hit it straight on, you've got a chance. Like if you hit it straight on, the disc is going to go past the kitchen. But if you hit it not straight on, you got a chance because it's got longer distance to go.
Right, that it might get there anyway.
Yeah, you wind up in the kitchen, and here he is.
Got it.
Just look at this.
So kitchen speed plus is kitchen to kitchen plus a little bit more.
You want to give it a little bit more. This way, if you don't hit it straight on, you don't wind up giving the other guy a 7.
Got it.
Right. It's kind of an important advanced
How do you adjust
technique
for it?
How do you adjust for kitchen speed plus? You shoot it just a little bit heavier than you think you might need to. Oh wow, okay. We're talking and it's because nothing's happened because Sam is so good at clearing, but he finally
just
stuck one. So Paul's got a chance here. This is the 18-point shot that Paul needs.
Let's see if he can do it.
I mean, don't forget, Sam's still got the hammer on this frame, but this could get real interesting. No.
No. And now Sam can double if he wants to here.
He could double. He could also put one in front of it, which wouldn't be a bad shot either. Basically, saving the double for his last shot. Because if you double, you're kind of opening yourself up to the kitchen. Whereas if you put one in front of this,
Smart.
you could do the blossom flower move.
The classic blossom flower move.
He went for it. See, this is a little... Paul's got to go for it. I mean, it's a good 8, so he's going for the kitchen here.
Can get it done.
Too hard.
Oh.
No, almost had it. I thought he had it.
Shoot.
I don't think so.
No.
No, that's not him. And now, if you're Sam, you just want to make sure that you hit. You get hit a little bit more, a little bit less, I should say. You want to make sure you get this 8 out. Anything else that happens is fine, but if you get the 8 out, you're in really, really good shape. You're up 18 points with 4 frames to play.
He's got a chance to sort of make a.
I mean, this could be a backbreaker.
He could really frank it right here.
He could frank it. He could. I mean, there's a split. There's a kitchen. There's all sorts of good things for him.
Oh,
look at that!
No.
Oh boy!
Wow, that
perfect
shot was
backboard.
amazing. That was an amazing
it was
shot.
just sitting there for him.
That was
look
beautiful.
At this.
Wow! Wow! That was great.
Wowie zowie!
That was great.
Zowie doubles his lead. It's a 36-point game halfway home, and
Dr. Cogs got to go back to medical school.
Dr. Cogs is going to have to pull an all-nighter at the ward today to try to pull this off. I don't know how you come back from this. I mean, I guess he's going to try to hide. He's got to go down Suicide Alley, or he's going to try to kitchen. Maybe kitchen.
Now he's just got to start playing.
Almost.
No, too heavy.
And now I would, if I'm Sam, I don't try to hide here. Oh,
he's just
that's
clearing.
interesting. I might have tried to block there, but how do you criticize anything that Sam Dewey does today when he's just making all his shots?
Yeah.
When he's clearing without even. Oh, see, he shot that one a little fast. Did you notice that? And he stuck it. It's not perfect.
Oh, yeah. He's not so perfect.
He's not so great.
I was going to say something about, like, whatever Dewey.
Oh! Didn't get it.
No, he didn't get it, but almost.
He's all over the. He's really all over the kitchen, but.
Now will he try to give it a little tippity tap?
Sam's a little upset with that, but Paul can't score 2 out of it. He can score 1. He can put him in the kitchen, but he's not going to stick the 7 also.
One or the other.
He got the 7. It's still a 29-point game though, and Paul's going to have a hard time coming back. I mean, it's a.
You're not out till you're out.
That's in, right? I think that's
in. Yeah, that's definitively in.
Yeah. They're getting over it, though. Remember, because we're seeing it from this angle, right?
Yeah.
So because you see blue doesn't mean it's in, right? Looks like they're scoring it?
Yeah.
No.
No.
That one wasn't in.
Really?
Yeah. That's why you got to look straight over the disc, right? Because we looked at it from that angle and we saw blue.
But it wasn't just you saw blue. There was blue in front of the bevel.
I know, but don't forget about that Shuffio angle right there when you're looking at it from that angle.
The classic Shuffio angle.
It's low to the ground and it's tough to call it from that side. You got to call it from straight above.
Okay, Paul's really got to turn it on here.
I
think
think
two frames left.
I think it
I'm
might
hoping
be.
Don't say it. Don't say it. I don't think it's true. There's always hope. There's always hope.
Look at Sam.
Just doing whatever he wants. He's doing whatever he wants.
He's doing whatever he wants. He's like a. Oh, there's the 10.
Sure,
All right.
Get in there.
10 points, but
get in there.
It's still 16. What is that? No, it's still 26. If it was 16, that would be something. You know what I mean? But I don't know how you do 26 without the hammer against Sam Dewey wearing an Earl Ball shirt.
It's just it's all
pretty
stacked
bleak.
against you.
It's pretty bleak.
You throw in an Earl Ball shirt and then you're really in trouble.
I think Earl would be pretty proud of this performance by Sam.
I think so. I think he'd be happy to be represented on his chest.
They met at the World Championships last year.
Yeah. I don't know if they played.
I don't think they played.
I know that the King played.
The King played. Not only did he play, but beat the legendary Earl Ball.
Our producer, Kevin Reedy, a.k.a. the King, beat Earl Ball in Vienna at the World Championships this past year.
I'll tell you, that's a win that you hang your hat on right there.
That is,
you don't have to win another one for the rest of the tournament.
Or the rest of your life.
The rest of your life, you beat Earl Ball once.
You beat Earl Ball, you just hang it up.
Yep. Well,
Wow.
That's the end of this one.
That's the end. The Battle of the Heartthrobs goes to Sam Dewey this
Goes to
time
Sam
around.
Dewey.
But
I mean,
Dr. Cogs,
Dr. Cogs put in a noble effort.
yeah,
But
walks away with his surgical mask held high.
Yep. And I think the performance against Spicy is going to go down in history as one of the more dominant performances I've ever seen. I don't know that
Wow.
I've ever seen anybody even play that well. Like
Wow.
every time he went for a kitchen, he hit that kitchen. Just didn't have it today. All right, we're ready for some post-game interviews. We're going to take it down to Ashley Albert with the unfortunate loser today, Paulie Cogs.
Paul, what happened out there today?
Well, when you run into a buzzsaw, it'll back up on you sometimes. Sam Dewey, that is, he's a very solid player, and I knew what I was getting into, and he had my number today, Before this tournament started, I was Paulie Cogs, the manager, the go-getter, the doer. And I feel like now I'm Paulie Cogs, the manager, the don'ter, the go-don'ter.
Well, congrats on making it to the semifinals. Thanks for being with us today, Dr. Cogs. Okay, let's take it down to everyone's favorite heartthrob, Sam Dewey, and everybody's other favorite heartthrob, Jonathan Schnapp.
Hey, Sam, how do you think you played today?
I feel fortunate. I got a little lucky. I hit a couple early shots, and then I ended up building a lead, and basically in both games. And I apologize, it was probably a pretty boring second half of each game, but I was just able to clear and play really conservative to secure my lead in both games because of a few early shots. I had the speed of the court down, so I had a feel for the kitchen shots and was making a few of those. So it was one of my better games.
Did you feel a lot of pressure against Paulie Cogs today as opposed to the last round where you were playing against Dave Berman?
I felt it, especially in the first frame. Like he threw a 10 that was like over half hidden behind my blocker, and if I had missed that clear of his 10, I would have been in bad shape. So I was definitely feeling it early, and it's so important to get an early lead. Like it dictates so much of the game. So I felt it early in the first game, and then I felt more comfortable afterwards.
How do you feel about your chances going into the finals?
So we got L's, Buddy's in there. I don't know. I'll come ready. I'm ready to go. Whoever it is, I'm ready.
Sam, you played great today. Congrats on the win, and good luck in the finals, buddy.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, that'll do it for this week.
That's it, friends. Tune in next week for the other half of the semifinals where we'll be watching Emily Ellsworth versus Buddy.
Thanks for tuning in to the Royal Palms Rock and Roll Shuffleboard Showdown. Thanks to our producers at Sheffio. Don't forget to subscribe down here below.
The Royal Ruckus Shuffleboard Showdown.
That's the one.
Hit subscribe. We'll see you next week.